and I will wait for the setup to start. So just click yes, and then the setup for the IntelliJ IDEA will start. So in here we just need to click next, and the location where it will be installed is this folder, which is C program file x86 JetBrains, right? So if you want to change it, you can browse for the folder where you want to install, but I will leave it as default and click next. And in here you can see it's going to ask whether you want to create the shortcut for it. So I will say yes, and once again also it's going to ask me for creating the association for .java file and .groovy file. This I will not check because I don't want this association. So just click next, and in here you can see it's going to install JetBrains. So just click install here. Okay, so the installation will not take much time, so just wait for a few seconds and then installation will be complete. Okay, so now the installation for IntelliJ IDEA IDE is complete, so we can just click this finish button. But before clicking this finish button, make sure that you check this checkbox which says run IntelliJ IDEA. It's going to run it when you click the finish button. So I'm going to just click finish, and it's going to launch the IntelliJ IDEA for us. Now for the first time when you start this IDE, it's going to ask you whether you want to import your settings from the previous version of IntelliJ IDEA. So I don't have any previous version of IntelliJ IDEA, so I'm going to just choose I do not have previous version, right? And then I will click OK, and now it's going to start the IntelliJ IDEA IDE. Now in here you just need to read these terms conditions, and then if you accept these conditions, just click accept and then wait for the IDE to start. Now in here you have two options. One is IntelliJ theme, which is this light version of theme, and other is Darkula theme, which is the darker version of IntelliJ IDEA. So what I like generally is this IntelliJ theme, but if you like dark themes, something like this, you can choose this option also. Okay, so I'm going to choose this default one, and then I'm going to click next, and in here you have this tune idea to your tasks. So I'm going to just leave it as default for now, and I'm going to just click next here, and once again I'm going to just click next here. Okay, so now it's going to start IntelliJ IDEA 2016. At the time of making this video, this edition is the latest version, right? So let's wait for the IDE to start. So now our IDE has been started, and it's going to ask us to create a project or import a project or open some project. So let's create a Java project. So I'm going to just click create new project, and in here you will be able to see on the left hand side there are many categories like Java, JavaFX, Android, and Maven, Groovy, and other type of project you can create from here. But the one we want is the Java project, so just choose the first option here, and in here it will ask you for the project SDK. So by default there is no SDK selected, so we need to give the path of our JDK folder. Okay, so just click new button here, so click new, and then click JDK here, and then you need to just browse wherever your Java JDK folder is located. So I will browse for my Java JDK folder, which is in my program files, and in the program files I have this Java folder, and in the Java folder I have this JDK folder. Okay, so remember I had told you you need to have Java JDK installed before installing this. So just browse for this JDK folder and click OK, and once you click OK, now you can click next and then click next. And here you just need to give the name to your project, for example my first project, and then click finish, and it's going to create a new Java project for you. And then we will be able to create our source files inside the project. For the first time, it's going to ask you tip of the day, so it's going to give you tip of the day every day whenever you start IntelliJ. So just click close, and then it's going to start your project. Now in here you can see my project is created, my first project, and then you just need to double click here in order to see this project on the left side bar here, right? So double click on it and you will be able to see this kind of project explorer here, right? So we will expand this, and in here you can see the source folder. Right now there is no file inside this source folder, but we can create one file inside the source folder. So let's create a Java file. So right click on it, and then we are going to create a new Java class here, and we will name our Java class as, for example, app, and then click OK. So this is going to create a new Java class for you, which is app. Now you can see the font here looks a little bit smaller, so to change the font size, what you can do here is you can go to files here and then go to settings, and in the settings just search for font here. Okay, so just search for a font, and now you can see here the font here is this one. So just choose this option which says font, and in here we can make our own font and style. So we can just copy the default fonts and we are going to save it as our own font. So just click the save as button, and we are going to just rename it, for example, my font. Okay, so it's going to create a copy for you for this font, and then we can play with the fonts, right? So you can see there is a default font, and now you have your my font which you have created, right? So now you can increase the font. For example, I want 20 size font, and I will apply and I will click OK. And once you click OK, then your font size will be bigger, right? Now in here I want to create a main method. So how do I do it? So to create a main method, I just need to just write PSVM, which is the short form of public static void main, and then click tab button, and it's going to create the main method for you, right? Similarly, to print something, you just need to write S out and just press tab button, and it's going to create this system out dot print line code for you. And in here you can just write hello world, for example. So I will just write hello world, and then save your program, and let's run it. So first of all, I'm going to right click it, and then I'm going to just click run app.main. Okay, so just click this green button which says run app.main, and then it's going to build your program. And once it's built, it's going to show the output which is hello world. So for the first time, it's going to show you this kind of security alert. You just need to click allow access, and you can see the output is printed here, hello world, right? Now after compiling it for the first time, you will be able to see this run button here on the top left corner. So now you can run it from here. So for example, you can just edit your hello world message, something like this, and then save it, and then click this green button, and it's going to compile it again, and it's going to print this output again. Okay, So in this way you can download and install IntelliJ IDEA IDE on your Windows 8 or Windows 10 operating system. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.